Father, enter every place in this room that has felt crowded by thought. Let your peace settle without announcement, like evening light resting quietly across a familiar wall. Let your kindness reach the person listening before they find the words to ask for it. You already understand the tired places, the watchful places, and the places that have been carrying more than anyone can see. Nothing has to be explained tonight. Nothing has to be defended. Nothing has to be turned into a lesson before it can be placed into your care. Receive the day as it was, not as this person wishes it had been. Receive every unfinished task, every strange emotion, every moment that still feels unresolved. Hold all of it with a wisdom that never becomes anxious. The day can remain unfinished while the soul becomes quiet. The conversation can remain unanswered while the body releases its readiness to respond. The plan can remain incomplete while God remains completely present. Let the forehead become smooth beneath the gentleness of this prayer. Let the small muscles around the eyes release the work of watching. Let the jaw rest without holding back another explanation. Let the tongue become still and the shoulders discover that they are no longer responsible for carrying the entire day. Father, place your calm over the neck, the chest, the stomach, the arms, and the hands. Let your presence feel natural here, not dramatic, not distant, simply near. The person listening is not alone with their thoughts. They are accompanied by the one who knows them without misunderstanding them. They are held by a love that is not measuring their progress toward sleep. They are covered by mercy that does not disappear when the mind wanders. You may hear the room for a while. You may notice a sound outside, the movement of air, or the quiet rhythm of the voice. None of those things needs to interrupt rest. Every ordinary sound can belong to the same peaceful night. Every passing thought can move through without becoming a new direction. And every pause can remind the body that it is safe to stop preparing for what is not having now. God is here. You are not being tested. You are not behind. You are not failing because sleep has not arrived in a certain way. This moment has words below. Rest may begin as a softer face, a heavier hand, a quieter breath, or simply the decision to stop fighting wakefulness. Father, bless this person in the exact state they are in. Bless the part of them that is listening closely. Bless the part that is less the budget as it centers, and the mind as it learns that your presence is a safe place to release control. Let this truth become familiar without needing to become loud. I am loved by God here. I am safe in concierge. I am blessed before it accomplish anything else. I am held while I listen, and acting held when I no longer hear every words. The prayer continues gently. God remains near, and there is nothing more you need to credit happen now. There is a quiet image in Psalm 131 that does not ask the soul to climb, achieve, or understand. It is the image of a soul that has become calm and quiet, like a child resting peacefully beside someone trusted. The child is not solving the room. The child is not measuring the night. The child is resting because closeness has made vigilance unnecessary. Let that image rest around you now, not as something you must imagine perfectly, but as a simple permission to be cared for. You do not need to become smaller, weaker, or less capable. You are simply allowed to stop carrying yourself for a while. Father, quiet this soul with the assurance of your nearness. Let your love become more convincing than the habit of staying alert. Let the heart understand what the mind may still be learning. There is safety in being held by you. The body has done enough for this moment. The feet do not need to take another step. The hands do not need to complete another task. The eyes do not need to search for what might happen next. The shoulders do not need to prepare for another demand. Every part of the body may return to its own quiet place beneath the care of God. Allow the weight of the head to be received by the pillow or the surface beneath it. Let the back be supported without checking whether it has relaxed enough. Let the legs become still in their own time. Let the hands rest as though they have placed every name, every responsibility, and every concern into kinder hands. Father, your hands are steady. They do not tremble beneath the weight of what overwhelms us. They do not lose what we release. They do not become impatient when we return with the same concern more than once. So receive what this person has been holding. Receive the concern beneath the concern, the tiredness beneath the words, and the longing beneath every quiet prayer. Let them rest without needing to identify each layer. Some burdens can leave without being named. Some tension can soften without being understood. Some healing can begin in the presence of God before language reaches the place that needs it. The soul may become quiet gradually. One thought may still pass, and then another. That does not remove the peace underneath them. Think of a wide lake beneath a calm night sky. A small ripple may cross the surface, yet the depth remains undisturbed. In the same way, a passing thought does not mean the whole mind is restless. Beneath the surface, God is establishing a deeper stillness. You do not have to follow the ripple. You may remain with the depth. The Lord knows how to quiet what effort cannot quiet. He knows how to reach the nervous places without frightening them. He knows how to teach the body safety through patience, repetition, and love. Father, let your patience become the atmosphere of this room. Let nothing in this prayer hurry the person listening. Let no sentence create another responsibility. Let every truth arrive gently and remain only as long as it is useful. You may listen to the words, or you may let their sound move around you like soft water. Either way, God is present. His attention is complete, even when yours becomes distant. His love is awake, even when your awareness becomes quiet. Let these gentle truths return. I do not have to earn rest. I do not have to prove that I am tired enough to be cared for. I am allowed to receive peace without explaining why I need it. I am blessed in stillness. I am protected in quietness. I am prosperous in the goodness of God because my life is nourished by a source that does not run dry. There is enough grace for this moment. There is enough mercy for everything that came before it. There is enough love to surround every part of you that has remained guarded. Father, calm the soul without making it disappear. Let the person remain fully themselves while becoming free from unnecessary effort. Let this be companionship, not pressure. Let this be prayer, not performance. Let this be a place where being held is enough. The room remains quiet. The body remains supported. And the soul may rest beside the faithful presence of God. Long ago, Jacob came to an ordinary place at the end of a difficult day. He did not arrive in a peaceful room prepared for comfort. He arrived beneath an open sky with the road behind him and uncertainty beyond him. He placed his head upon a stone and allowed the night to hold what he could no longer carry while walking. There was nothing impressive about the place. No one had announced that it was holy. It looked like a stopping point between where he had been and where he did not yet know he was going. Yet while Jacob rested, the presence of God was already there. Heaven was not absent because the surroundings were unfamiliar. God was not waiting at the destination. He was present in the middle, present in the uncertainty, present beside a tired person lying beneath the night. Let that quiet truth settle into this room. God does not need perfect surroundings before he comes near. He does not require every question to be answered before a place can become peaceful. He is here in the ordinary details, in the familiar walls, in the soft darkness, and in the body that has finally stopped moving for a while. Father, let this resting place become known for your presence. Not because something dramatic must happen here, but because your love is already filling what appears ordinary. Let the person listening recognize, without effort, that they are not passing through this moment alone. You are with them in every in-between place. You are with them when the next step is clear, and you are with them when the road cannot yet be seen. You are with them when faith feels strong, and you remain with them when faith is simply the willingness to rest. Jacob received the assurance that God would keep him wherever he went. That promise did not depend upon Jacob staying awake to supervise it. The keeping presence of God remained active while Jacob slept. The same faithful character surrounds this listener now. The Lord is not limited by sleep. His care does not pause when human attention fades. His wisdom does not need the mind to remain busy in order to guide a life. Father, hold every road represented in this room. Hold the decisions that have not yet become clear. Hold the relationships that feel somewhere between healing and understanding. Hold the hopes that are still tender and the plans that have not found their final shape. Nothing needs to be settled tonight before this person can be settled in you. If a dream comes, let it be gentle. If the night remains without remembered dreams, let the rest still be deeply blessed. There is no sign that must be received, and no message that must be captured. Your presence itself is enough. Your companionship itself is holy. Your faithfulness itself is the blessing resting over this place. Jacob later understood that God had been near before he recognized it. Perhaps there have been moments in your life that felt empty while you were living through them, yet grace was quietly holding you there. You do not have to search those memories now. Simply let the possibility of hidden faithfulness bring softness to the heart. God has been nearer than fear suggested. God has been kinder than exhaustion could perceive. God has remained present through places that did not yet make sense. Let these words become personal and peaceful. I am accompanied by God. I am kept in places I understand and places I do not understand. I am blessed in the middle, not only at the destination. I am guided even when I am resting. My life is not suspended while I sleep. It remains held within the wisdom of God. Father, let every uncertain road become quiet for now. Let every unanswered question lie down beside this prayer without demanding attention. Let this bed, this room, and this hour become a simple place of meeting. You are here. The person listening is safe. And the night no longer needs to explain itself before it can become sacred. In the wilderness, Hagar once discovered that being unseen by people did not mean being unseen by God. Her surroundings could not tell her what would happen next, and her heart had carried experiences too complicated for a simple answer. Yet the Lord met her personally. He knew her name, understood her story, and allowed her to recognize him as the God who sees. That name can rest gently over you now. El Roy, the God who sees me. He sees without staring. He knows without exposing. He understands without requiring you to reopen every painful place. His attention is not cold observation. It is compassionate presence. Father, let the person listening feel the safety of being fully seen and still fully loved. See the weariness they have hidden beneath capable words. See the tenderness they have protected because it was not always handled gently. See the hopes they have spoken and the hopes they have kept quiet. See the places where they have felt overlooked, and let your nearness become more real than that old feeling. They do not need to revisit the wilderness to receive the comfort of the one who found them there. Let only the comfort remain. Let only the water, the care, and the knowledge of being remembered remain. Sometimes the deepest tiredness comes from believing that no one understands how much has been carried. Tonight, that burden may become lighter. God understands what did not fit into conversation. He understands why certain moments stayed with you. He understands the strength it took to continue, and He is not asking you to display that strength now. Father, speak peace to every part that learned to remain guarded. Let the chest soften where old vigilance has lived. Let the stomach release the quiet tension of expecting to be misunderstood. Let the hands rest without preparing to protect what is tender. Your love is careful here. Your presence does not force a door. Your kindness waits without leaving. You may allow yourself to be known by God without forming a perfect prayer. A sigh can be understood. Silence can be understood. Sleep can become a prayer of trust when words are no longer needed. El Roy remains near through all of it. Let these affirmations settle slowly, with room around each one. I am seen by God. I am not forgotten in quiet places. My story is known without being used against me. I am worthy of gentleness. I am surrounded by faithful attention. The Lord sees what I need and remains close without pressure. Father, bless the memories that no longer need to direct this body. Bless the emotions that are ready to soften without being analyzed. Bless every hidden place with the knowledge that your light is warm, not harsh. Where loneliness has whispered that no one is near, let your companionship answer quietly. Where disappointment has suggested that goodness has passed by, let the heart receive goodness in this very moment. Where waiting has felt empty, let your presence fill the space without turning it into another promise the mind must monitor. You are here now. You see now. You care now. And your care is enough for this breath, this body, and this quiet hour. The person listening may continue following the prayer, or the words may begin to lose their edges. The meaning does not disappear when attention becomes soft. You are seen. You are held. You are blessed. God is near in every place where you once believed you had to endure alone. His presence remains like water discovered within a dry place, quiet, sufficient, and already available. Drink from that peace without effort. Receive that kindness without explanation. Rest beneath the gaze of the God who sees you with love. Jesus once spoke to people who were weary from carrying more than their souls were meant to hold. He did not offer them another complicated requirement. He said, "Come to me, and I will give you rest." Let that invitation reach you without becoming another instruction to complete. You do not have to travel anywhere to come near to Christ. You do not have to prepare a better version of yourself. You may come through one quiet breath, one honest release, or simply the willingness to stop resisting His care. Jesus is gentle and humble in heart. His gentleness does not rush the nervous system. His humility does not stand above your tiredness and judge it. He meets you at the level of your actual need. Father, let the gentleness of Jesus become tangible within this resting place. Let every inner voice that has demanded more become quieter beneath His invitation. Let the person listening know that rest is not a reward for finishing everything. Rest is a gift offered by the one who understands human limits. Perhaps you have carried expectations that were never spoken aloud. Perhaps you have tried to be dependable for everyone and invisible in your own need. Perhaps the body has been asking for kindness while the mind continued making lists. Nothing needs to be corrected with shame. The burden can simply be placed down. Imagine setting a heavy bag beside a chair and realizing that you do not have to keep wearing it while you rest. The bag may contain responsibilities, memories, names, finances, decisions, or concern for people you love. You do not have to empty it and examine every item. Jesus already knows what is inside. Let Him keep it beside Him while you become still. His yoke is easy, and His burden is light. Light does not mean your life has been simple. It means you are no longer carrying it without Him. Father, share the weight this person has held alone. Lift the pressure from the chest. Release the demand from the shoulders. Quiet the thought that says everything depends upon their vigilance. Your strength remains present when theirs becomes quiet. Your wisdom continues when their mind rests. Your love remains active when they stop performing. Let these truths move slowly through the heart. I am loved before I produce. I am accepted before I solve. I am blessed without proving that I deserve blessing. I am allowed to receive the rest Jesus gives. His gentleness is not disappointed in me. His presence is not measuring me. I am safe to release what has become too heavy. If the mind brings something back, there is no failure in releasing it again. A burden may be placed down more than once. Grace does not become impatient with repetition. The same concern can return, and the same peaceful answer can meet it. Jesus is carrying this with me. The same memory can surface, and the same gentle truth can remain. I do not have to solve this now. The same tension can appear, and the body can be reminded again. I am supported here. Father, let this repeated release become easier each time. Not through force, but through familiarity. Teach the heart to recognize the sound of safety. Teach the body to associate this prayer with permission to stop striving. Teach the mind that returning to peace is always available and never a reason for shame. Jesus remains gentle. His invitation remains open. His rest is not fragile. It can hold passing thoughts, changing sensations, and every level of awareness. You may remain awake within his rest. You may drift within his rest. You may sleep deeply within his rest. Nothing separates you from the care of Christ in any of those places. The burden is beside him now. The body is supported, and the gentle heart of Jesus remains close enough for the soul to become quiet. Psalm 62 returns the soul to a simple center. My soul finds rest in God alone, not in having every answer, not in controlling every outcome, not in replaying every possibility until the mind becomes exhausted. Rest is found in the presence of the one whose wisdom does not become confused. Let that center become available now. Thoughts may continue at the edges, but they do not have to occupy the center. At the center, God is steady. At the center, his love is unchanged. At the center, your soul may lean against a strength greater than its own. Father, gather the scattered attention of this listener without demanding that it become perfectly focused. Let each concern move a little farther from the center. Let each plan become less urgent. Let every decision that has been asking for an immediate answer rest beneath your wisdom. There may be choices ahead, but no choice needs to be made inside this quiet moment. There may be conversations to have, but no conversation needs to be rehearsed here. There may be paths to consider, but the feet are allowed to remain still. God can guide a rested mind. God can direct a life without keeping the soul awake in fear. God can bring clarity without requiring endless mental labor. Father, hold every option without letting it divide this person's peace. If one direction is right, you are able to make wisdom gentle and clear in its proper time. If a door belongs in their life, your presence does not need anxiety to lead them toward it. If a season is changing, your hand can guide the change without turning this night into a place of anticipation. For now, the soul rests in you alone. Let the mind become like a room after the visitors have gone, with the chairs still, the lights soft, and nothing else expected. A thought may enter, but it does not need to stay for a meeting. It can notice the quiet and move on. Another thought may appear, and it too can leave without an answer. The room remains peaceful. The center remains steady. God remains present. You do not need to empty the mind by force. You only need to stop offering every thought a place at the table. Let the important become God's responsibility for a while. Let the unimportant fade through lack of attention. Let the uncertain remain uncertain without becoming unsafe. Father, place a quiet boundary around this mind. Within that boundary, no pressure is allowed to demand an answer. No memory is allowed to become a trial. No imagined future is allowed to take the peace that belongs to this present moment. Your truth guards the center. Your compassion guards the edges. Your presence fills the whole inner room. Let these affirmations become slow and spacious. My soul rests in God. My mind is guided by peace, not driven by pressure. I can release a decision without losing direction. I can stop thinking without becoming unprepared. The wisdom of God is available to me, and it does not arrive through panic. I am blessed with a sound and peaceful mind. I am guided even while I am still. If you are listening closely, let the meaning comfort you. If the words are beginning to drift, let the rhythm carry you. Nothing in this block of prayer requires a response. The questions have been placed into God's care. The decisions have become quiet. The center is steady. Your soul is not lost because it is resting. Your direction is not disappearing because you have stopped searching for it. Father, remain at the center of this night. Keep every thought beneath your gentle order. Let peace become the deepest truth the body recognizes, and let the soul continue resting in you alone. Jesus spoke of a peace unlike the peace the world tries to create. The world's peace often depends upon silence outside, agreement between people, certainty about outcomes, or proof that nothing difficult will happen. The peace of Christ can remain even when life has unanswered parts. It is not denial. It is the quiet presence of someone trustworthy within the unknown. Jesus said, "My peace I give to you." Let that gift be received without effort now. You do not need to produce peace before you can receive His peace. You do not need to feel perfectly calm before His calm can surround you. The gift arrives where you are. Father, let the peace of Christ settle over this room without changing its volume or demanding attention. Let it rest along the walls, over the windows, near every doorway, and around every person beneath this roof. Let the home become known by the body as a place of safety. Let every familiar sound lose the power to create unnecessary alarm. Let the quiet become friendly. Let the darkness remain simply darkness, held within the light of your presence. You are Lord over this home without needing to make a display of your authority. Your protection is calm because your power is complete. Your watchfulness does not make the room tense. It allows the people within it to rest. Father, cover the person listening with the peace of Jesus. Cover the bed, the body, the mind, and every dream with gentleness. Cover the people they love, whether those people are nearby or far away. Let concern for family become prayer without becoming vigilance. Every name can be safe in your attention. Every loved one can be held without being mentally watched through the night. You know where they are. You understand what they need. Your care reaches beyond the limits of this listener's awareness. Let the heart release each person into that greater care. A parent may rest without ceasing to love. A spouse may rest without becoming indifferent. A friend may rest without abandoning concern. Love does not disappear when worry becomes quiet. Love becomes healthier when it trusts the hands of God. Father, bring peace to relationships that have carried tension. Do not awaken the details or replay the conversations. Let only the blessing move outward from this room. Peace over this home. Peace over every person connected to this prayer. Peace over words that still need gentleness. Peace over hearts that are learning how to understand one another. Peace over distances that cannot be crossed tonight. Peace over every place that belongs in your care. Let these words settle quietly. My home is blessed. The people I love are held by God. I do not have to stay alert in order for them to be protected. Christ's peace is present here. I am safe beneath His care. My rest does not remove love from anyone. It places love within stronger hands. If a sound enters the room, let it move through the same peace. If the body shifts, let the new position become part of the same rest. If awareness becomes clear for a moment, there is no need to begin again. The prayer has never left. God has never moved away. Peace remains available without restarting anything. Father, let the gift of Jesus remain deeper than every passing sensation. Let this household breathe beneath your protection. Let love become quiet, trust become natural, and rest become safe. The peace Christ gives is here now. It surrounds this person without requiring them to hold it. And within that peace, every part of this home may become still. In the wilderness, God taught His people to receive enough for each day. Manna appeared quietly with the morning, provision resting upon the ground before anyone could manufacture it. They gathered what was needed, and on the day of rest, they were not asked to keep searching. Provision and rest belonged together in the wisdom of God. Let that truth enter this moment without turning the mind toward tomorrow. The provider is present now. His goodness is not created by worry. His care is not strengthened by staying awake. You are allowed to rest within the truth that your life is held by more than your own effort. Father, bless every practical concern represented by the person listening. Bless the work of their hands without making work their identity. Bless the resources already present, the food, the shelter, the abilities, the relationships, and the quiet forms of provision that are easy to overlook. Let gratitude recognize enough without denying any genuine need. Let trust grow without forcing certainty. You know every financial pressure and every responsibility connected to this life. Hold those realities gently now. Do not let numbers become louder than your presence. Do not let concern become a voice that follows this person through every hour of rest. Your wisdom remains available. Your provision has many forms. Your faithfulness is not limited to what can be calculated tonight. Father, release the fear of not having enough from the body. Let the hands unclench from invisible accounting. Let the chest loosen from the pressure of carrying every future need at once. Let the mind return from imagined scarcity to the goodness that is here. There is breath here. There is shelter here. There is grace here. There is a prayer surrounding you and a God who knows what you need. prosperity in your kingdom is deeper than accumulation. It is a life rooted in your goodness, supplied with purpose, nourished by peace, generous in love, and free from the rule of fear. Let that kind of prosperity become familiar to the soul. I am prosperous because my source is God. I am blessed with what supports life and peace. I receive provision without shame and practice gratitude without pretending. I have enough grace for this moment. I am not abandoned to provide every answer by myself. The wisdom of God surrounds my needs. The care of God surrounds my home. The goodness of God reaches places I cannot manage while resting. Father, bless those who feel responsible for many people. Remind their bodies that they are not the source of every good thing. They are participants in your care, not replacements for you. Let responsibility become peaceful stewardship rather than constant fear. Let generosity remain joyful without becoming depletion. Let receiving feel as holy as giving. Let enough become a quiet word within the heart. Enough for this breath. Enough for this moment. Enough light for the place where the feet are resting now. The wilderness did not become a warehouse, yet God remained faithful through it. Provision arrived in relationship, one day resting within the care of the next. The lesson was not to ignore need. The lesson was that need did not have to become a master. Father, free this person from serving fear. Let them rest as someone cared for, guided, and blessed. If plans for work or money arise, let them pass without becoming a meeting. They may return at an appropriate time, beneath clearer light. For now, provision is a quiet truth, not a problem to solve. God is my provider. My life is held in His goodness. My home is blessed. My hands are capable, and they are also allowed to rest. I am not defined by what I earn, keep, lose, or complete. I belong to God, and His care is present here. Let that belonging become deeper than calculation. Let gratitude become softer than effort. Let the soul receive the Sabbath hidden within this moment. Nothing more must be gathered right now. The provider remains near, and the prayer continues quietly within His abundant care. That quiet sense of enough can remain around you now. Nothing new needs to begin, and nothing from the previous moment needs to be remembered. The provider is still near. The body is still supported, and grace is still present without being summoned. Let gratitude arrive in its gentlest form, not as a list you must complete, but as the soft recognition that goodness has already touched this life in more ways than the tired mind can count. A breath came without being earned. A place to rest became available. A voice is praying while you are free to listen or drift. Father, bring attention only to the kind of goodness that calms rather than stimulates. Let the heart remember warmth without beginning a long journey through memory. Let it recognize care without needing to identify every person who has offered it. Let it receive this moment as a gift that does not require repayment. Your word says that you rejoice over your people with gladness and quiet them with your love. Let the quieting love of Zephaniah rest over this person now. You are not merely tolerating them through the night. You are not standing at a distance, waiting for them to become stronger. Your love takes delight in the person you created. Your presence carries a tenderness deeper than human approval and steadier than changing emotion. Father, quiet this heart with love rather than argument. Where the mind has questioned its worth, let love answer without debate. Where the soul has felt ordinary or overlooked, let your delight become a warm and peaceful covering. Where gratitude has been difficult because life has been heavy, remove every trace of guilt. Gratitude does not need to deny pain. It can sit beside pain and notice that goodness has not disappeared. A tired person can still be blessed. A grieving person can still be held. A person with unanswered questions can still rest within the affection of God. Let these truths move slowly through the room. I am not a burden to God. I am welcomed in His presence. I am blessed in ways I can see, in ways I may never fully recognize. My life contains goodness that exhaustion cannot erase. I am allowed to receive without immediately preparing to give something back. The love of God quiets me. The joy of God is not threatened by my tiredness. Father, sing over the places that have heard too much criticism. Let your quiet song become stronger than old words, without forcing those old words to return. Sing peace over the identity of this listener. Sing belonging over the parts that have felt displaced. Sing gentleness over the body and steady affection over the mind. Nothing in your song is hurried. Nothing is sharp. It does not demand attention or ask the listener to stay awake for the ending. It continues whether the words are consciously followed or not. Perhaps the voice will soon become only a soft movement within the room. Perhaps one sentence will remain clear while the next becomes distant. Let that changing awareness be completely welcome. God is not lost when language becomes indistinct. His love is not carried by concentration. His presence remains beneath the sound, beneath the silence, beneath every level of rest. Father, bless this home with quiet gratitude. Bless the ordinary objects that support daily life, the unseen work that has brought comfort, and the small mercies that often pass without notice. Bless every person whose kindness has left something good within this life. Bless even the ability to pause here without turning the blessing into another expectation. Let enough remain enough. Let love remain near. Let gratitude become a soft blanket rather than a bright light. You are cherished by God. You are accompanied by grace. You are resting inside a goodness that does not need to announce itself. The prayer continues within that goodness, and the quiet love of the Lord remains gently over you. Hannah once entered the presence of God carrying an ache that had lived too long without an easy explanation. Her prayer did not sound impressive to the people nearby. Her lips moved while almost no sound could be heard. Someone looking from the outside misunderstood what was happening, but God did not misunderstand her. He received the prayer beneath the words, the grief beneath the composure, and the hope she could barely hold. Hannah did not have to make her pain beautiful before bringing it near. She did not have to raise her voice for heaven to pay attention. She poured out her soul, and then she was able to leave the place of prayer with a face no longer carrying the same heaviness. The circumstances had not yet changed, but something had been released from her body. Let that gentle movement become available here. You do not need to receive an immediate answer before receiving relief. You do not need to know how every story resolves before the weight can begin to leave your face, your chest, and your hands. Father, receive the prayers this listener has never known how to say aloud. Receive the sentences that stopped halfway because emotion became too close. Receive the desires they have protected from disappointment. Receive the grief that has no simple name and the longing that feels too personal to explain. You do not confuse silence with absence. You do not judge a quiet prayer as incomplete. You understand every movement of the heart. Let this person pour out nothing more than they are ready to release. There is no need to search for hidden pain or produce tears. If emotion is near, let it be held. If emotion feels distant, let that distance also be held. Your care reaches both places. Hannah's story reminds the heart that being misunderstood by another person does not mean being misunderstood by God. Father, heal the fatigue of having to explain. Heal the place that has repeated the same truth and still felt unseen. Heal the tension created by preparing for disbelief. Within your presence, no defense is required. You know what happened. You know what was intended. You know what was carried home in silence. Let the body receive the peace of being accurately known. Soften the muscles around the mouth where unspoken words have waited. Ease the throat where emotion has sometimes gathered without a safe way to move. Let the chest become spacious enough for one comfortable breath and then another without forcing release. Father, let prayer become a place where the heart can set down what human understanding could not hold. Nothing needs to be sent back into the past for correction tonight. Nothing needs to be rehearsed so that you can understand it better. The story can remain still while your compassion moves through it. Let these words settle with gentleness. God understands me. My quiet prayers are received. I am not invisible when I cannot speak clearly. I am not alone with what I feel. I may release heaviness before I see an answer. My peace does not have to wait for every circumstance to change. I am blessed with a place to pour out my soul and a Father who listens without impatience. If a hope remains within you, it does not need to become a demand. It may rest in God's care like a seed beneath quiet soil. You do not need to watch the soil through the night. You do not need to measure whether anything is moving. The seed is safe from your attention. Father, hold every hope without letting anticipation disturb this rest. Protect the heart from making promises you have not spoken, and protect it also from believing that silence means abandonment. Your goodness remains present between prayer and understanding. Your companionship fills the space between longing and peace. Let the listener leave the inner place of prayer as Hannah did, with less weight in the face and more room within the soul. No announcement is needed. No conclusion is required. The prayer has been received. God understands. And the heart is free to become quiet without waiting for an explanation. Psalm 84 offers a small and tender image within the beauty of God's dwelling. Even the sparrow finds a home, and the swallow finds a place near the altar where her young may be safe. The psalm does not overlook the small creature while speaking of the greatness of God. It notices feathers, shelter, nearness, and a place prepared for rest. Let that image become a peaceful home for the mind. A small bird does not need to understand the architecture of the sanctuary. It only needs to discover that there is room. There is room for you in the presence of God, room for your strength, and room for your tiredness, room for faith that feels clear, and faith that can only remain quiet. You do not have to compete for closeness. You do not have to arrive before someone else or bring something impressive to the altar. The God who makes room for the sparrow has already made room for you. Father, let belonging settle more deeply than loneliness. Let the person listening feel sheltered without needing to picture every detail. Let this room become like a protected nest within your larger dwelling. The walls are ordinary, yet your presence can make ordinary places kind. The bed is familiar, yet your peace can make familiar places feel newly safe. The night is wide, yet no part of it is outside your care. Let the body curl, stretch, or remain still in whatever position feels natural. There is no correct shape for receiving rest. Like a bird settling its wings, the shoulders may loosen, and the arms may become peacefully heavy. The hands may rest without holding the edge of anything. The feet may become warm and still, no longer preparing to leave. Father, create a sense of home within this body. For anyone who has felt disconnected from themselves, let your kindness restore gentle belonging. For anyone whose surroundings have changed, let your presence become the familiar place that travels with them. For anyone who has longed for safety, let the heart learn that safety can arrive quietly through repeated moments of being unharmed, supported, and loved. The sparrow is not ashamed of needing shelter. The swallow does not apologize for resting near what is holy. You do not need to apologize for needing comfort. Need does not make you less spiritual. It makes room for relationship. Let these affirmations become gentle movements within the soul. I have a place in the presence of God. I belong without competing. I am welcomed without performing. My need for rest is not an inconvenience to heaven. My body is allowed to feel at home. My spirit is sheltered near the heart of God. I am blessed with belonging. I am protected within divine care. Father, bless those who feel far from the place they once called home. Bless those who sleep in unfamiliar rooms, those who live among memories, and those whose homes carry both comfort and complication. Let your presence become a sanctuary that cannot be removed by geography. Let peace settle wherever this prayer is heard. Across a quiet apartment, a family home, a hospital room, a hotel, a parked vehicle, or any safe place where someone has paused to rest, be near. Do not let the listener feel small within the size of the night. Let smallness become freedom from having to control everything. The sparrow is small and still cared for. The swallow is small and still finds a place. You may feel like one life among many, yet the attention of God is personal here. He knows this room. He knows this breath. He knows the exact person receiving these words, whether they are fully awake, drifting, or deeply asleep. Father, fold your peace around them like wings settling over a quiet nest. Let belonging become warmth, and warmth become rest. There is room. There is shelter. There is a place for you near the presence of God, and nothing more is required before you may remain there. The body resting here is known by God with an intimacy deeper than observation. Psalm 139 speaks of being formed with care, seen before words are spoken, and surrounded by a presence that reaches every place. Your body is not an object that must earn kindness by working correctly. It is part of a life God knows completely and treats with dignity. Let this prayer bless the body without turning it into a problem to inspect. There is no need to scan for what might be wrong. Simply allow blessing to move through the places that have worked, carried, adapted, and endured. Father, bless the mind with quiet and the face with softness. Bless the eyes that have taken in more information than they were meant to carry all at once. Bless the ears that have heard kindness and noise, truth and misunderstanding. Let every sense become less watchful while your care remains awake. Bless the throat, the shoulders, and the back. Bless the arms and hands that have reached, lifted, prepared, cleaned, built, typed, held, and comforted. They are free from labor for this moment. Bless the chest with ease and the heart with peace. Let the breathing remain natural, moving through the body without being examined. Bless the stomach and every place where stress has sometimes spoken before words could explain it. Let those places receive gentleness, not another demand to change. Bless the hips, the legs, the knees, the ankles, and the feet. Thank you for every step this body has taken and every place where it has learned to stop. Father, let rest support the body's own quiet work. Where strength has been spent, provide restoration. Where the body has felt unfamiliar, bring patient companionship. Where discomfort has made rest difficult, surround the person with comfort, wisdom, and appropriate care. We do not need to make a medical promise in order to pray with faith. We may simply ask for your healing presence to be gentle, wise, and near. Let sleep become a safe environment for renewal. Let the body receive what rest naturally offers, without pressure to produce a certain result. Father, bless every person living with a body that others do not fully understand. Remove shame from limitation. Remove judgment from fatigue. Let no physical condition become the total definition of a life you call beloved. The body may need help and still be worthy. The body may carry pain and still carry dignity. The body may change and still remain held within unchanging love. Let these words settle without becoming a test. My body is known by God. I treat it with patience. I allow it to rest without criticism. I am fearfully and wonderfully made, not because every sensation is easy, but because my life carries sacred worth. I am more than what hurts. I am more than what feels tired. I am a whole person surrounded by the care of God. Father, let your presence reach places the listener cannot consciously relax. Let care move beneath thought, beneath effort, and beneath the need to control. The body knows rhythms older than worry. It knows how to breathe, how to settle, how to shift, and how to receive support. Trust may grow slowly through repeated experiences of safety. This can be one of those experiences. Nothing harmful is being demanded. Nothing must be achieved. The voice remains gentle. The surface remains supportive. And God remains near. If the body moves, it has not interrupted the prayer. If awareness returns, rest has not been lost. If a sensation is noticed, it can be met with kindness before attention moves on. Father, keep blessing this body as the words become softer. Let every tired place know it is not abandoned. Let every strong place release the need to stay strong for a while. Let the whole person rest beneath the knowledge that they are wonderfully known, wisely cared for, and deeply loved. Guidance does not have to arrive as urgency. The wisdom of God can be quiet, patient, and clear without forcing the mind to remain awake looking for it. Proverbs invites us to trust the Lord with the whole heart and not lean upon our own understanding. That invitation is not an insult to the mind. It is relief for the mind when understanding has reached its limit. You have permission to stop leaning upon thoughts that are already tired. Father, hold every decision that belongs to this listener. Hold the choices that feel simple and the choices that carry many lives within them. Hold the places where desire and wisdom have not yet become easy to distinguish. Let no decision become a reason to punish the body with wakefulness. You are able to direct a path without frightening the traveler. You are able to close what is not healthy and open what is good without creating obsession over signs. You are able to use scripture, wise counsel, peace, circumstance, and patient understanding in their proper time. Nothing must be decoded in this moment. If a dream comes, let it be received only as gently as it is given. Let no dream create fear, pressure, or a demand for immediate interpretation. If guidance becomes clear during rest, keep it peaceful. If no new guidance is remembered, let the listener remain confident that your wisdom has not withdrawn. Father, protect the imagination from turning every image into a prophecy. Protect the heart also from believing that you have nothing to say. Let relationship remain deeper than signs. Let trust remain possible without certainty. Your presence is guidance even before a direction is visible. Think of a small lamp illuminating only the next portion of a path. The lamp does not reveal every turn at once, yet the light it gives is enough for the place where the feet are standing. Tonight, the feet are not standing. They are resting. The lamp may remain quietly near, without asking anyone to walk. Father, let the next step wait without becoming threatening. Let the future remain inside your care rather than inside repeated imagination. Let any open door remain open without requiring the mind to keep checking it. Let any closed door remain closed without turning this night into a courtroom. You are not teasing this person with direction. You are accompanying them into it. Let these affirmations settle slowly. I am guided by God without being driven by fear. I do not have to understand everything to remain safe. I can trust wisdom to unfold without forcing it. The right direction does not require panic. I am blessed with discernment, patience, and peace. My future is not an empty place. God is already present within it. Father, bless the work, relationships, responsibilities, and desires connected to these decisions. Bring alignment without obsession. Bring courage without agitation. Bring clarity without making the listener afraid of making a mistake. Grace is able to meet an imperfect step. Mercy is able to redirect a sincere heart. Your purpose is not so fragile that one tired night can destroy it. Let that truth release the fear of missing everything. The listener does not need to grip the future in order to be guided into it. They may sleep, and wisdom may remain wisdom. They may dream, and no dream has to be chased. They may wake briefly, and no decision has to be made before rest returns. Father, place every path beneath the calm authority of your love. Let the mind become uninterested in solving what has been safely entrusted. The lamp remains, the path remains, the guide remains, and the person listening may continue resting without losing anything meant for them. There was a moment when people brought children to Jesus so that he might touch and bless them. Others treated the interruption as though the children were taking up space that belonged to more important people. Jesus did not agree. He welcomed them, took them into his arms, placed his hands upon them, and blessed them. Let that scene become gentle rather than busy. There is no crowd to manage now, only the warmth of being welcomed by Christ. His blessing is not hurried. His attention is not divided by the number of people who need him. You are not an interruption to Jesus. Your need for tenderness does not make you inconvenient. The part of you that longs simply to be held does not need to become more sophisticated before approaching him. Father, let the blessing of Christ rest over this listener with the same generous welcome. Bless the person they are now, not only the person they are becoming. Bless the age they are, the history they carry, the questions they still have, and the gifts that may be known or hidden. Bless what is strong without increasing its burden. Bless what is tender without exposing it. Let your hands represent safety, dignity, and belonging. For anyone whose early years did not feel protected, let this image create no pressure to remember. Simply let the present receive what the past may have lacked. Kindness is here now. Welcome is here now. The blessing of Jesus is here now. You do not need to return to an earlier age to receive it. you may receive as the whole person you are, with adult wisdom and a heart still worthy of gentleness. Father, bless identity at its deepest level. Before titles, achievements, relationships, possessions, mistakes, or opinions, this life belongs to you. Let belonging become the foundation beneath every other description. I am God's beloved. I am welcomed by Jesus. I am blessed without competing for attention. I am worthy of care because divine love has given me dignity. I am not too much, and I am not forgotten. I am not disqualified by weariness. I am held within a blessing that does not disappear when emotion changes. Let prosperity also become a quiet blessing here. Not a performance of wealth, but a life enriched by wisdom, relationship, peace, generosity, meaningful work, and the presence of God. I am prosperous in what makes the soul whole. I am supplied with grace. I am growing in wisdom. I am surrounded by possibilities that do not need to be forced tonight. Father, bless the gifts within this person. Some gifts may be active and visible. Others may be resting, developing, or waiting for a healthy place to be expressed. There is no need to awaken them now. Your blessing can remain upon a gift while the person sleeps. Your purpose can remain intact while activity becomes still. Let the fear of wasted potential dissolve beneath the kindness of Jesus. A life is not wasted because it pauses. A calling is not lost because the body rests. A blessed person does not stop being blessed when they are quiet. Father, let your hands remain gently over this life. Bless the mind with soundness, the heart with compassion, the body with rest, and the spirit with peaceful strength. Bless relationships with honesty and tenderness. Bless resources with wisdom and enough. Bless dreams without turning them into demands. Bless every place where this person gives and every place where they are learning to receive. The welcome of Jesus is wide enough for the entire self. Nothing has to be hidden to remain loved, and nothing has to be displayed to remain known. You are welcome. You are blessed. You are held near the heart of Christ. Let that blessing become so familiar that the body no longer needs to stay awake to protect it. Jesus remains gentle. His arms remain safe, and his welcome remains around you. Peace can also enter the places where relationships have remained unfinished. It does not need to erase wisdom, remove healthy boundaries, or pretend that every wound was small. The peace of Christ can guard the heart while truth remains truth. Father, bring gentleness to the names that still carry emotion. Do not bring every face forward or awaken every conversation. Let the listener release people without reopening scenes. Some relationships may be close and loving. Bless them with continued tenderness. Some may be distant for good reasons. Bless the distance with freedom from hatred. Some may be uncertain, carrying both affection and pain. Hold that complexity without forcing a decision tonight. Your wisdom is large enough for mixed emotion. Forgiveness does not have to be rushed into a feeling. It may begin as the refusal to let injury direct every future breath. It may begin as a quiet willingness to place justice, healing, and the other person's story into the hands of God. Father, protect this listener from using forgiveness against themselves. Do not let spiritual language pressure them to return to harm or ignore necessary boundaries. Let forgiveness become freedom from carrying poison, not permission for another person to wound them again. Where repentance is needed, make it honest. Where reconciliation is healthy, guide it with wisdom and mutual truth. Where separation remains necessary, let peace live there without shame. No relationship needs to be solved inside this resting place. The heart may simply become less tightly wrapped around the pain. Let one layer of resentment loosen without demanding that every layer disappear. Let one breath move through a place that has felt closed. Let compassion begin with the listener's own wounded heart. Father, speak kindly to the person who has blamed themselves for trusting, loving, staying, leaving, speaking, or remaining silent. You know the full context. Let wisdom replace self-accusation without creating excuses for what genuinely needs grace. Christ is able to hold truth and mercy together. Let his peace become the ruler of the world, this inner space. These words may settle slowly. I release what I am not meant to carry through every night. I am allowed to have wise boundaries and a peaceful heart. I do not need another person's understanding before God can begin healing me. I am free to receive love without being governed by old injury. I am blessed with relationships that honor truth, kindness, and mutual care. Father, bless families represented here. Bless marriages, friendships, parents, children, siblings, co-workers, neighbors, and the relationships that do not fit an easy name. Let communication become gentler where it has become defensive. Let listening deepen where everyone has been preparing an answer. Let humility enter without humiliation. Let affection remain present without control. Let every healthy bond be strengthened by peace rather than fear of loss. For those who feel alone, do not make loneliness a verdict about their worth. Let this prayer become companionship without pretending to replace human connection. Guide supportive people toward one another in natural and trustworthy ways. For now, let the person rest within your perfect understanding. No text needs to be sent. No speech needs to be prepared. No old argument needs to continue inside the mind. Relationships may become quiet while love remains alive. Father, hold every name with justice and mercy. Keep the heart soft without leaving it unprotected. Keep boundaries clear without making them walls around the soul. Let the peace of Christ settle where human words have ended. The listener may rest without deciding the entire future of any relationship. The heart is held. The story is held. And peace is allowed to remain through the night. The words of Psalm 121 can now remain quietly over this home. The keeper of your life does not become drowsy, and he does not sleep. His wakefulness is not anxious like human vigilance. He does not pace the room expecting trouble. He watches with complete awareness and complete peace. Because God remains awake, you do not have to imitate his watchfulness. You may release the night to the one who understands it fully. Father, keep the person listening beneath your calm attention. Keep their going out and their coming in, their activity and their rest, their spoken prayers and their quiet sleep. Let your care extend across every threshold connected to this life. Guard the home without filling it with thoughts of danger. Protect the body without teaching it to expect harm. Surround the mind with truth so gently that fear loses interest in remaining. Let the night become ordinary again, a natural portion of time held within your creation. Darkness is not an empty territory. It is known by the God who formed both day and night. Every hour belongs to Him. Every room is visible to Him. Every sleeper is held within His awareness. Father, keep the people this listener loves. Keep those traveling, those working, those resting, and those living beneath a different sky. Distance does not weaken your attention. A person does not become unprotected because this listener stops thinking about them. Let the heart release the night shift it was never meant to carry. God remains attentive. God remains wise. God remains near. Let dreams be covered with peace. If the imagination moves through unfamiliar places, let the deeper soul remain anchored in safety. Let dreams pass without leaving heaviness. Let whatever is useful be held with gentleness, and let whatever is merely the movement of a resting mind fade without importance. No dream has authority to take the peace Christ gives. No image requires fear. No nighttime thought becomes a prophecy simply because it appeared. The listener belongs to God in sleep as surely as in wakefulness. Father, let quiet authority rest within these words. This home belongs beneath your care. This mind belongs within the truth of Christ. This body is allowed to rest without standing guard. This night is blessed. Let that authority remain calm, never raised, never hurried, because it rests in who you are. Your protection is not fragile. It does not depend upon repeating a sentence a certain number of times. It does not disappear when the listener falls asleep. It is the faithful care of the keeper who never abandons his own. Let these assurances become familiar. I am protected by the presence of God. My home is covered with peace. My loved ones are held within divine care. I am not responsible for watching through every hour. The Lord is my keeper, and His attention is enough. I may sleep without surrendering safety. I may rest without losing guidance. I may become unaware of the voice while remaining completely known to God. Father, soften every remaining place of alertness. Let the face be peaceful, the hands still, and the breath easy. If the person is already sleeping, let the prayer continue as a blessing around them. If they are still listening, let every sentence be companionship rather than proof that they should have slept already. If awareness moves between the two, let every movement be received without judgment. The keeper remains constant while human awareness changes. There is no need to begin again. There is no need to check the time. The night is held. The home is held. The person listening is held. And beneath the faithful watch of God, the prayer continues gently into deeper peace. That deeper peace can carry a quiet strength within it. Rest is not the absence of spiritual strength. It is often the place where strength no longer needs to prove itself. Colossians speaks of a life hidden with Christ in God. Let the word hidden feel safe here. Not erased, forgotten, or made invisible, but placed beyond the reach of every voice that has tried to define you without love. Your life is held inside a belonging stronger than opinion. Father, let the person listening rest within the security of being hidden with Christ. Let every accusation lose its volume. Let every harsh sentence spoken by another person become distant and powerless. Let the names people have used fall away from the identity you have given. The listener does not need to argue with those voices tonight. Truth does not become stronger through exhaustion. It remains true while the body is still. You belong to Christ. You are known by God. Your life carries dignity that no misunderstanding can remove. Father, place quiet authority around this mind. Fear does not have permission to direct the imagination. Shame does not have permission to replay old scenes as though mercy never arrived. Anxiety does not have permission to turn every possibility into a warning. The peace of Christ is welcome here, and everything else may become still beneath it. This is not a battle the listener must perform. The authority belongs to Jesus, and his authority can be experienced as safety. His presence is enough to change the atmosphere without raising the voice. His truth is enough to guard the mind without creating images of danger. His love is enough to surround the body without asking it to stay alert. Father, for anyone whose sleep has sometimes been interrupted by sudden fear, bring calm before the memory begins to explain itself. If awareness returns unexpectedly, let the first recognized truth be simple: God is here. If the body feels slow to respond, let no panic become necessary. Breath continues, presence continues, and the moment can pass beneath your care. If a dream leaves a heavy feeling, let the feeling fade without turning into a prediction. No nighttime experience is allowed to redefine the safety found in Christ. Let the heart remain anchored deeper than sensation. Father, cover this home with quiet spiritual confidence. Let truth be present at every doorway and peace remain in every room. Let kindness fill the atmosphere so completely that tension finds nowhere comfortable to remain. Bless the objects, sounds, and familiar shadows of this resting place with ordinariness. Nothing needs to look mysterious. Nothing needs to become a sign. This is simply a room held by God, a body resting, and a prayer continuing. Let these affirmations settle without force. I am hidden with Christ in God. My identity is protected by truth. I do not have to defend myself while I rest. The peace of Jesus has authority within this room. Fear may pass, but it cannot become my master. I am blessed with a safe place in the presence of God. I am protected without becoming watchful. I am strong without becoming tense. Father, let strength become softness in the shoulders and steadiness in the heart. Let authority sound like a whisper, because nothing has to be proven. Let the listener feel surrounded without feeling confined. Hidden with Christ does not mean separated from life. It means life is rooted where passing voices cannot reach its deepest truth. The mind may drift because truth remains. The body may sleep because Christ remains. The night may continue because God remains. Let every unnecessary defense become quiet now. The person listening is held inside a love that does not lose them, a truth that does not change, and a peace that does not need to shout. The gifts within a life are also safe while the person rests. In Exodus, Bezalel was filled with wisdom, understanding, and skill for the work placed before him. His ability was not separate from the presence of God. Creativity, craftsmanship, careful thought, and practical work could all become places where divine wisdom moved through ordinary hands. Let that story bless the abilities within this listener without waking the need to use them now. There is a time for creating, building, serving, learning, leading, repairing, and beginning. There is also a time when capable hands become still. A gift does not disappear when it is not active. Purpose does not leave the room because the mind has stopped planning. Father, bless every ability you have placed within this person. Bless the gifts already recognized and the gifts still becoming clear. Bless the work that is visible and the quiet contribution few people notice. Bless the wisdom learned through experience, the compassion formed through difficulty, and the creativity that has survived seasons of tiredness. Do not let purpose become pressure. Do not let calling become a voice that says, rest is wasteful. You created rhythm before you gave human beings assignments. Evening and morning belonged to your order. Sabbath belonged to your goodness. Let this resting person remain purposeful without producing anything. Their value is not paused because their activity is paused. Father, quiet the fear of falling behind. Quiet comparison with people whose paths appear faster, clearer, or more celebrated. No two lives are required to unfold in the same rhythm. What you are forming within this person does not need to copy another person's shape. Let envy become freedom to bless another life without abandoning this one. Let impatience become trust that meaningful growth can happen quietly. Roots deepen where applause cannot reach. Wisdom often forms before anyone sees the work it will support. The night itself can become part of preparation because a rested mind can recognize possibilities that an exhausted mind overlooks. There is no promise that everything will become easy. There is the assurance that this person will not enter their purpose alone. God is present within every healthy opportunity, every wise boundary, and every honest step. Father, if a door opens, give peace to recognize it. If a door closes, give freedom from interpreting every ending as rejection. If a season asks for patience, let patience feel inhabited by your presence rather than empty. If a new responsibility arrives, let it arrive with the grace needed to carry it. None of these things must happen tonight. They may remain safely within your timing. Let these affirmations become restful rather than ambitious. My gifts are held by God. My purpose does not depend upon constant activity. I am blessed with wisdom for the work that truly belongs to me. I am free from work that only fear assigned. I am prosperous in creativity, understanding, service, and peace. I can receive opportunity without chasing every possibility. I can rest without losing momentum. Father, bless the work of these hands before the hands begin again. Bless decisions about employment, business, study, ministry, family, and service. Let integrity remain more valuable than speed. Let enough remain more peaceful than endless comparison. Let contribution flow from connection with you, not from desperation to be noticed. Bezalel's hands could rest at night, while wisdom remained part of who he was. In the same way, the gifts within this person remain present beneath sleep. Nothing needs to be designed now. Nothing needs to be written, solved, practiced, or perfected. The tools may remain still. The ideas may remain unformed. God is not anxious about the next expression of this life. He is here with the person, not merely waiting for the product of their hands. Let purpose become peaceful, gifts become blessed, and every capable part of the mind receive permission to rest. Solomon once rested at Gibeon while carrying the responsibility of decisions larger than his experience. During the night, he was invited to ask God for what he desired, and his heart turned toward wisdom. He did not ask to control every person or guarantee every outcome. He asked for an understanding heart. Let that story offer peace to anyone who carries responsibility and sometimes wonders whether they are enough for it. Wisdom is not the same as knowing everything. It is the ability to remain teachable, to listen well, to recognize what matters, and to choose without being ruled by fear. Father, bless this listener with an understanding heart. Let wisdom settle quietly beneath conscious thought, shaped by scripture, experience, humility, and your spirit. Where responsibility has made the mind restless, separate genuine care from the illusion of total control. This person may care deeply without knowing every answer. They may lead without becoming infallible. They may make a sincere decision and still remain open to correction. Grace is present in every part of that process. If dreams come during this rest, let them remain beneath the peace of God. A beautiful dream may be enjoyed without being turned into a command. A confusing dream may fade without being treated as a warning. A meaningful dream may be held patiently and considered later with wisdom. The listener does not need to wake and chase interpretation. God is able to make what matters clear without creating fear. Father, protect the dreaming mind from pressure. Let imagination move through gentle colors, familiar faces, open spaces, and peaceful scenes. Let memory organize itself without reopening wounds unnecessarily. Let creativity move without becoming work. Let the sleeping mind remain a place of rest, not another office where every problem must be solved. If an answer becomes clear, let it carry humility. If no answer comes, let peace remain complete. Your love is not measured by the number of revelations a person remembers. Your presence is not absent from dreamless sleep. Deep, ordinary rest is itself a blessing. Father, bless those making decisions for families, teams, communities, or people who depend upon them. Remove the loneliness that responsibility can create. Bring wise voices near in healthy ways. Give courage to ask for help, patience to gather facts, and freedom to wait when waiting is wise. Let authority remain compassionate. Let influence remain accountable. Let success never require the loss of the soul. These truths can settle without becoming a plan. I am growing in wisdom. I am allowed not to know everything. God can guide me through scripture, peace, counsel, and time. I do not need fear to make me responsible. I am blessed with an understanding heart. My decisions may come from clarity rather than exhaustion. My dreams are held beneath the authority and kindness of Christ. Father, let every question become quieter now. The listener has already placed paths, doors, and decisions into your care. There is no need to retrieve them for another examination. Wisdom does not become offended when a person sleeps. It can wait beside the resting mind like a trusted counselor who does not interrupt. The heart may continue learning without working. The spirit may remain connected without straining. The person may receive without grasping. Let Solomon's request become only a gentle blessing here. Give this listener a heart that understands. Then let the request become quiet. God has heard it. The night remains peaceful, and every answer may rest within the wisdom of its proper time. Jesus once looked at people who had been giving, serving, traveling, and meeting constant needs, and he invited them to come away to a quiet place and rest for a while. He did not treat their fatigue as a spiritual failure. He recognized that compassionate people also need space where nothing is being asked from them. Let that invitation reach every person who has spent themselves caring for others. Come away does not mean abandoning anyone. It means stepping out of immediate demand long enough to remember that you are also a human being, loved by God. Father, bring the listener into a quiet inner place without requiring their surroundings to become perfect. Let the voice create no new obligation. Let the next few moments belong entirely to receiving. No one needs an answer from you here. No message requires a response inside this prayer. No role needs to be performed. You may be a caregiver, parent, partner, worker, leader, helper, or the person others call when life becomes difficult. Beneath every role, you remain someone Jesus invites to rest. Father, restore those who have become skilled at noticing everyone except themselves. Let self-compassion become honest stewardship rather than guilt. Let the body speak softly through tiredness without being ignored or criticized. Bless the natural rhythms that support sleep, repair, balance, and renewal. Let the body's nighttime processes unfold with as little interference as possible. Let the heart find a peaceful rhythm. Let breathing remain open and easy. Let muscles release effort that no longer serves this moment. Let every system receive the message that the period of active demand has ended for now. Father, where healing is needed, bring wise and compassionate care. Work through rest, medical knowledge, supportive people, healthy choices, time, and every good means you provide. Let faith and wisdom remain friends. Let prayer support appropriate care rather than replace it. Surround anyone waiting for answers about their health with peace that does not depend upon guessing the outcome. The body is not alone while it waits. The person is not reduced to a diagnosis, symptom, number, or difficult night. They are beloved, whole in dignity, and accompanied through every part of the process. Father, bless the body's internal rhythms with steadiness. Let what has been overstimulated become quieter. Let what has been depleted receive support. Let the experience of safety become easier for the nervous system to recognize. No exact sensation has to occur for this prayer to be received. The listener may feel warmth, heaviness, lightness, or nothing unusual at all. God is equally near in each experience. Let these affirmations remain simple. I am allowed to come away and rest. Caring for others does not require abandoning myself. My body deserves patience and appropriate care. Father, let those words continue beneath awareness. For anyone still listening, let them feel personally accompanied. For anyone already asleep, let the calm rhythm remain undisturbed. For anyone moving between sleep and wakefulness, let the invitation stay the same without beginning again. Come away for a while. Nothing is being taken from you. Nothing important is being neglected. Jesus understands the cost of compassionate work, and his invitation carries no accusation. Let the quiet place become deeper within the body. Let receiving become easier than planning. Let care flow toward the one who so often allows it to flow away from themselves. The work can remain still. The people you love remain within God's care. And in the gentle companionship of Christ, you may continue resting for as long as rest is needed. Psalm 65 describes God caring for the earth with a tenderness that reaches the smallest furrow. Water is given. Ground is softened. Seed is blessed. The year is crowned with goodness, and even the quiet paths overflow. This is not an image of anxious striving. It is an image of provision arriving through patient, faithful care. Let the soul rest inside that picture for a while. A field does not pull on its own roots to make itself grow. It receives what comes from above, holds what has been planted, and changes in ways too quiet to hear. Father, care for the hidden ground within this listener. Soften every place that pressure has made hard. Water every hope that has become dry, without demanding that it bloom tonight. Protect the good seed that has been planted through love, wisdom, discipline, prayer, and honest work. Growth can remain hidden. Provision can take many gentle forms. a needed idea, a wise restraint, a trustworthy person, a meal shared, a door recognized at the right time, the strength to continue, the wisdom to stop. Teach the heart to recognize abundance without measuring life only by possession. There can be abundance in peace, abundance in friendship, abundance in enough, abundance in a home where truth is welcome, abundance in work that does not consume the soul, abundance in the quiet certainty that nothing offered to you in love is wasted. Father, bless the resources entrusted to this listener. Give wisdom in spending, patience in waiting, integrity in earning, freedom in giving, and peace in receiving. Remove the shame that sometimes attaches itself to need. Need does not cancel dignity. Dependence does not cancel worth. Even the birds receive, and Jesus said the Father notices them. This beloved life is noticed too. Where there has been loss, provide steadiness for the next faithful step without forcing the mind to calculate it now. Where there has been success, protect the heart from believing it must never slow down. Where there is uncertainty, let enough grace be present for this moment. The listener is blessed, not because every circumstance is easy, but because the presence of God has not withdrawn. They are prosperous in the deepest sense when the soul is rooted in truth, when love can move freely, and when peace is no longer for sale to every urgent demand. Let those words settle gently. I am blessed. I am cared for. I am not abandoned to scarcity. God is my faithful source. What is mine to receive will not require me to lose my soul. What is mine to release can leave without taking God's presence with it. My life is more than what I own. My worth is more than what I produce. I can rest while God remains faithful. Let these declarations feel like warm light rather than effort. They do not need to be repeated aloud. The listener does not need to hold on to every sentence. The truth can remain even when the words are forgotten. Father, bless the work of their hands without turning rest into preparation for more work. Bless their home with sufficiency. Bless their table with gratitude. Bless every honest plan with discernment. Bless every season of waiting with freedom from humiliation. Make them generous without making them vulnerable. to manipulation. Make them content without making them afraid of growth. Make them hopeful without making hope depend on a single outcome. Your goodness is larger than one door, one answer, one number, or one opportunity. The paths of God can overflow quietly. The field can be tended while the house is still. The seed can be safe beneath the soil. The rain can fall beyond the reach of human control. Let the listener be free from the feeling that provision depends entirely on their vigilance. Here, there is nothing to chase, nothing to prove, nothing to force open. The giver is awake, the ground is being held, and the beloved child of God may rest within a life that is cared for more deeply than the eyes can presently see. The armor described in Ephesians can be received here without noise, fear, or the language of struggle. It is the quiet covering of a life that belongs to God. Truth around the center of the person. Righteousness guarding the heart. Peace beneath every step. Faith like a shelter. Salvation surrounding the mind. The Word of God close and steady. Nothing in this picture requires the listener to become tense. The strength comes from the Lord. The covering comes from the Lord. The person resting is allowed simply to receive. Father, wrap truth gently around every place that confusion has touched. Let truth be simple enough for a sleepy mind. You are here. You are good. This life belongs to you. No passing fear has the authority to rename what you love. Guard the heart with the righteousness of Christ, not with the exhausting effort to appear flawless. Let shame find no comfortable place to settle. Let grace stand quietly at every entrance. Place peace beneath the listener like firm ground. Even when dreams shift and images change, let the inward ground remain peaceful. Even if the body briefly wakes, let peace be there before interpretation begins. There is no need to search the darkness for meaning. There is no need to follow every unusual thought. The mind can return to one gentle truth. God is with me. God is with me here. God is with me now. Let faith become a shelter over imagination. Not a demand for certainty, but a trust larger than uncertainty. Protect the pictures formed in sleep. Let what is disturbing fade quickly and leave no emotional residue. Let what is peaceful remain soft and unforced. The listener does not need a message from every dream. They do not need to remember every scene. Sleep may simply be sleep, received as a gift. Surround the mind with the assurance of salvation. The person is not holding themselves inside your love by perfect attention. Your grace is holding them. Their wandering thoughts do not loosen your hand. Their unconscious hours do not move them beyond your care. Let Scripture remain close in the simplest phrases. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. You are with me. I will lie down in peace. Under your wings I find refuge. These words do not need analysis. They may become a gentle covering, layer upon layer, until the mind no longer follows the sentences. Father, place this home within peace. Let every room feel ordinary, quiet, and safe. Bless the doors, the windows, the walls, and every person beneath this roof. Let familiar night sounds remain familiar. Let sudden sounds pass without carrying the imagination away. Let the body know the difference between a sound and a threat. If the listener is somewhere unfamiliar, become the familiarity within them. If they are alone, let solitude be accompanied by your presence. If another person rests nearby, let peace extend without requiring either person to speak. Protect without spectacle. Guard without disturbance. Keep watch in the quiet way Psalm 121 describes, with attention that never becomes weary. The listener does not have to take the night shift over their own life. God does not slumber. God does not become distracted. God does not lose sight of what is precious. Release the jaw from watchfulness. Release the hands from readiness. Release the stomach from the old habit of bracing. The whole person can rest under a strength that does not need adrenaline. This is quiet authority. The authority to remain at peace. The authority to refuse agreement with shame. The authority to let fear pass without serving it. The authority to belong completely to God. No raised voice is needed. No dramatic effort is required. The name of Jesus can be spoken as softly as breath and remain full of love, truth, and power. Jesus, gentle shepherd, Prince of Peace, faithful keeper, remain near through every changing depth of sleep. Let truth cover. Let righteousness guard. Let peace support. Let faith shelter. Let salvation surround. Let your word remain. The listener is covered without being crowded, protected without being frightened, and held without needing to stay awake. The blessing given in Numbers begins with words that do not rush. The Lord bless you and keep you. Let that blessing rest first upon the person listening. May they receive goodness that does not come with hidden harm, May they be kept without having to anticipate every danger. May the face of the Lord shine upon them with warmth, never scrutiny. May grace reach the places where they have been hardest on themselves. May God's attention feel kind. May His presence turn toward them and give them peace. Not borrowed peace, not fragile peace. Peace that can remain while life is incomplete. Father, extend this blessing gently through the relationships connected to this life. Bless the people they love. Keep each person within the care appropriate to their own journey. Where a family carries strain, lower the emotional temperature. Make room for honesty without cruelty, boundaries without hatred, forgiveness without denial, and closeness without control. Where distance is necessary, let it be held without shame. Where repair is possible, let it grow from truth and patience rather than pressure. Where grief has changed a family forever, let love remain larger than absence. Bless children with safety, tenderness, wise guidance, and freedom to grow. Bless parents and caregivers with help that reaches beyond endurance. Bless partners with listening hearts. Bless friends who have become family through faithfulness. Bless the person who feels they have no one nearby, and let your presence become a real companionship within the quiet. The Lord bless you. The Lord keep you. Let the blessing move through memory now. May the listener remember what is loving without being pulled back into what is painful. May every good word ever spoken over them regain its gentle weight. May the care they once received continue bearing fruit. May the mistakes they have made become places of humility, not permanent names. May mercy cover what cannot be changed. May wisdom protect what can still be chosen. There is no need to revisit the scenes. The blessing can touch memory without opening every door. The Lord make His face shine upon you. Let warm light rest upon the forehead. Let it reach behind the eyes. Let it settle around the throat, the chest, the hands, and the feet. No effort is needed to imagine it clearly. The words themselves can carry the sense of being seen with love. Father, bless the parts of this person that other people overlook. Bless the quiet courage no one applauded. Bless the honest work no one noticed. Bless the tears that were wiped away before anyone entered the room. Bless every time they chose gentleness when bitterness would have been easier. Bless the small beginnings. Bless the patient return after disappointment. Bless the desire to live with integrity even when the path has felt slow. Your blessing is not reserved for the impressive. It rests upon the beloved. And this person is beloved. The Lord be gracious to you. Grace for the parts still learning. Grace for the decisions made with limited understanding. Grace for the body that has carried more than words can explain. Grace for the heart that sometimes protects itself before it knows whether protection is needed. Grace does not embarrass the wounded place. It stays near until safety can be believed. The Lord give you peace. Peace over the known. Peace over the unknown. Peace over every door that remains closed and every path that remains undecided. Nothing needs to open while the listener rests. Nothing needs to reveal itself. Destiny is not fragile enough to be lost during sleep. Purpose is not impatient. What God entrusts can unfold with wisdom, character, community, and time. Let ambition become peaceful. Let desire become surrendered without becoming lifeless. Let hope remain present without staring at the clock. The listener is not late to the love of God. They are not behind in belonging. They are not waiting outside the blessing. The blessing is here. The keeping is here. The grace is here. The peace is here. May these words continue without demanding attention. May they reach the person who is awake and the person already sleeping with the same gentle care. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face toward you and give you peace. Peace around you. Peace within you. Peace deeper than the need to understand. Now the words can become fewer. The prayer can become quieter. Nothing important will be lost as the voice grows simple. God is near. You are held. God is near. You are safe to rest. The bed supports the body. The room is allowed to be still. The night is held by God. You do not have to hold it. Softly now. Gently now. No effort. No searching. No answer needed. Only this quiet truth. You are loved. You are kept. You are blessed. God is here. If a thought appears, it may pass. God remains. If a sound appears, it may pass. God remains. If the body shifts, it may settle again in its own time. God remains. Nothing has gone wrong. Nothing needs to begin again. Rest continues. Grace continues. The faithful care of God continues. You are not being tested. You are not being measured. You are not being asked to perform peace. Peace is being offered. Receive what is easy to receive. Let the rest pass by. The prayer does not depend on attention. Love does not depend on attention. God keeps watch without asking you to watch with Him. The mind may grow distant from the voice. The voice may become only warmth. The warmth may become only quiet, and quiet may carry you gently. The Lord is your shepherd. You are cared for. The Lord is your keeper. You are protected. The Lord is your peace. You are allowed to rest. The Lord is your source. You are provided for. The Lord is your home. You belong. Held in love, covered in peace, surrounded by grace. Nothing to prove, nothing to force, nothing to fear from becoming still. Stillness is not emptiness. God is present within it. Silence is not abandonment. God is present within it. Sleep is not losing control. It is allowing the body to receive what it was created to receive. God remains present through every quiet breath, through every depth of rest, through every dream remembered or forgotten. God remains present. You are blessed in the quiet. You are blessed without striving. You are blessed while awake. You are blessed while sleeping. The blessing does not become smaller when awareness fades. It rests gently upon you. The Lord bless you. The Lord keep you. The Lord give you peace. Peace in the mind. Peace in the body. Peace in the heart. Peace in the home. Peace around every person you love. Quiet peace. Steady peace. Peace that asks for nothing. God is near. You are held. God is near. You are held. The words may fade now. The meaning may remain. Loved, kept, blessed, at peace. Loved, kept, blessed, at peace. There is is room to drift. There is room to remain awake without concern. There is room to hear nothing more. God is not disturbed by any of it. His care is steady. His presence is gentle. His love is awake. Rest beneath that love. Rest beneath that care. Rest beneath the quiet watch of God. No conclusion to follow, no response to make, only peace continuing, only grace continuing, only God remaining near. The prayer may become quiet and begin again without disturbing the rest it has carried. You may listen. You may sleep. You are held in either place. And this prayer may remain beside you, whether you are listening or sleeping.